No, that's not a Zergling. How is that ever going to be a Zergling? How is a Zergling biting on a rock like, how is that? That's not a Zergling biting on a rock noise. A Zergling biting on a rock noise is like. Something like that. I really hope you didn't have my cam open for that because I look really stupid. Like, because I was like bending down to like get my microphone close to the table, and then with 2 pens, I'm like. I think the double tap's more realistic because they're like, Wah! I don't okay. We've got TVZ on Polar Night again, and last time this happened, uThermal beat TomikuS quite handily, not as handily as he did on Frost the first time, but still quite handily. So we'll see if TomikuS lets it go to a normal game. I really don't think he does. Not after the last game.
No, definitely. I think this map is definitely a good map for turns. The simple reason of that endless rally that we've seen uThermal do so greatly in TVZ. I think he's just drawn to it again. I don't think there's much that TomikuS can do. He just doesn't seem to be confident, and he doesn't seem to have the the multitasking that Thermal does. So I don't know. I just don't think he can do it.
Yeah, he really struggles with the multi-pronged aggression, and man. But how do you all in someone like uThermal? He just like with one bunker and marines, with like 5 marines, just holds off like 20 bang.
How did he get hold of that? That's
Terran
insane.
is disgusting. It really is.
Yeah, put in the right hands.
Like the thing is, if you have like 3 bunkers, that kind of attack actually becomes trivial, because you just like split. So many baners go off on the 3 bunkers that you have a few marines and they just clean up the links. Like it's fine, but like in that situation where his Hellions got caught out, a load of marines got caught out. He had like 1 bunker and like production at marines. That's just crazy.
Yeah, it was very well played. It was like slaughtering. It was like when I played select, I just had stud on. Like seriously, widowing drop.
That was just like we are 5 minutes in the game and his center is almost dead. I've got the overlay. I'm just gonna ask you this.
Yes.
Stream, are you sure?
Yes.
Man, might do it. Oh, it just changed on my stream.
Oh.
That's because he did it like 45 seconds in the game. I see.
Well, it's better off to bring them in with the production tab opening, the nice little scoreboard and stuff.
I just can't laugh. I can't do laughs. So anyway, we have a Reaper running around trying to get a drone kill. He's forced 2 drones to become extractors. Queen's on the way out though, and you know this time I forgot Zerglings. Yes, but only 4 of them. So yeah, not as much of a commitment to defending us, and you know the Queens are out nice and in time. Might lose a single Zergling, just gets away there, but trades for some health from the Queen.
Yeah, that's definitely true. The Reapers are continue to be annoying. Get another Zergling there. But back at home, we do have the standard 3CC. As Wardy was correct in that. And we are going to see just a standard game commit yet again.
Why change what's been working so well? Like we saw him in against Defel and against Snoot and WCS Challenger. We saw him doing things a little bit differently, doing things a little bit more crazy, changing things up. But no, against TomikuS, it's working well like this. He's just going to keep it up.
Yeah, I see your point. I was just thinking maybe it would be a little bit crazy. Yeah, it was a possibility at some point in time.
It was. He was a gamer. But I mean, when you've played such like 3 solid macro games, like how stupid would you feel if you try something crazy and you lose and you're just like, wow.
And then you get Billion busted yet again next game and you don't hold it.
Yeah, it sucks to be predictable, but there's a point where it's just working so well that it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, well, it's working well for him. But I don't know. Do you think this will work against both sides? This is just a standard build order, guys. Any of you can get this build order. It's Innovations 3CC. It's very, very simple build order. It's just you use this to factory so many times to build reactors, and then that's why the production just flies off. Just does amazingly well. And everybody can perform this, but it's just his splits and his multitasking that make it work so well.
Yeah. Inject's coming down here. 3rd base taken for TomikuS, and he's taking a 2nd gas right now. He's just starting to build up on the uThermal side of the map again. He's doing this thing where he keeps his Hellions on the ramp, and I can't help but feel that's just so he doesn't get caught off with them in the middle of the map when he's only got 1 or 2. And now we see the barracks being added on. So again, just this play we've seen many times from him right now. And there's the Hellions going to start moving out. And try and trade with some of these lings. You know, if you can kill off these lings, then it's just wasted supply from TomikuS, wasted money, which could have been drones. So that's what he's going to try and do as this game starts to get some action rolling inside of it.
Sounds so weird when you said it, don't worry. But anyway, the creep spread is actually quite nice here. It's coming down to the third base, and there's a decent amount of queens, so they should be able to stop this. There's also, I thought that was a Spain crawler being built there. Why so many evolution chambers?
I think he's... Right, first of all, I'm not sure if he was trying to block to stop all of the Hellions getting in. But he's building a Rotor and he's keeping this...
No.
Okay, cancel. But
Okay.
that actually doesn't make any sense.
No, not
Do you
at
think
all.
I think he may have thought he saw more Hellions than he actually did. And so he like kind of panicked and tried to wall and build a Rotor in as well. But then he's realized, oh, this is just 6 Hellions. And
I think it possibly could have been that usually we get the Hellions, no poking at the natural. So I think he wanted to try and stir his opponent off, knowing that he was going to go for something like Roach heavy build. So he would overreact and maybe build siege tanks. But it's just a guess.
But I mean, he would have seen the evolution chambers as well. So I mean, he's not going to really be able to get too much out of it. I don't know. Anyway, he's going to start trading against these lings, which is exactly what he wants to do, of course. And you're even going to try and get a queen. And if you got a queen, I mean, that's fantastic because all of these drones, you know what? There's actually nothing to defend these drones. Oh my god, and there's Marines here. Why is the Marines here? This is 9 minutes in the game, and there's all of a sudden Marines at the fit. Oh my god, this is... The fact is, 22 lings on the way. Wow, uThermal's going to turn around and go home. I was going to say, I mean, he could have waited, and as these lings pop at that third base, he could pick all of them off before like they get a chance to actually fight, but very smart, just backs off, and what a great pressure, because look how TomikuS feels. Wow, he put it down the station bit straight away, so he's going to try and go straight to Ultralisks? Maybe? What's he seen with this overlord in his opponents? I don't know. It's not for Swarm Host, right? Because he's still getting melee upgrades. He's not making a Rotor.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be for Storm Host at this point in time. I think it's sort of be for just a really, really early Hive attack, then transition, from that into maybe...
Yeah, Infestors, just really fast Infestors. So just going Infestors instead of Mutas, try and catch his opponent off guard a little bit. Hellions thinking about running into that third base, you know, it's not worthwhile losing 5 Hellions, you know. To probably kill not even 10 workers, definitely not going to be worth it, and... Well, he might kill a queen here, but no, gets a transfuse off, so loses a Hellion for that, so that wasn't so worthwhile. A lot of Baners, a lot of Zerglings coming out right now. TomikuS could do with another 15 drones or so. He's going to start taking down them rocks at the 4th base. And Pathogen Glands is about to finish up, so Infestors are coming in.
Yeah,
but no 2-2.
Yeah, that's interesting, but I really like the idea of the Infestors. You see, one of the problems that TomikuS is having is he cannot deal with all the splitting. The splitting is just too easy from uThermal, and the Balians aren't doing enough. So if he can get these early Infestors out and maybe surprise him when he comes with its attack, I think if he catches him off guard and gets a nice front roll, I think that might be a way for TomikuS to actually make it in the late game and win this possibly.
I mean, it's definitely a different approach, but I mean, when he struggled so much with dealing with drops before, how do you now deal with drops when you're playing in no Mutalisk? Like, I can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to do something different, but he's doing something different which is actually going to make him worse at dealing with what he struggled against. These drops are going to start flying in. The third base is going to be the first to be hit, and already you can see TomikuS is moving everything over here. And then we have the drops coming into the natural, so damage being done. Infestation Pit might go down here, which would mean no more Infestors. A few Zerglings running in to help, but not really too many right now. And Infestation Pit will go down. Balins are going to save the day. But don't trade that efficiently.
No, 3 Balians from one Marine, it definitely was not efficient. He could have traded a lot better there. There is a Spine Crawler in the main, so that will help him a little bit, but there is a push coming through here to the third base. I don't know, this is just where he shines, dude. Like, the crease press is going to be denied.
Like, how is he 40 supply up? This is ridiculous. 3 more Infestors on the way. These Infestors at the third base have a fair amount of energy, but they have to be careful. And, I mean, when you fill it this well pre-split, these Infestors, the Fungal Growths, just become kind of like, well, you know, useless. Like, wasn't even worth the energy to cast them. He probably will clean this up. I mean, he's got quite a lot of lings here, but there's more Marines coming in, and nice splitting again, especially off of the creep. Becomes so easy to split against them Baners, and so many Zerglings going down, and wow, TomikuS just has nothing. The Mana Mules come down, and TomikuS knows it's game over. 2-0! And uThermal moves on through as our first non-Korean player into the round of